Everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear, and we're upstairs at the table like we normally do. We're gonna try something a little different though. We're gonna start putting out videos from my bench downstairs where I normally do all of my work and servicing guns. We're gonna start a line of videos that is going to help you become a more confident, better paintball player when it comes to managing your own gear. How to fix your guns, common problems that I see with equipment, how to fix tanks, loaders, all those things that we always get questions about. Hopefully these videos can help you solve your own problems and not be relying on someone else to do for you. So I'm trying to help you out, make you a more confident, better paintball player. So watch the videos. We're gonna upload all sorts of content. Thanks for watching, ansgear.com. All right, so customer brought in this Geo here, good looking Geo, because the eyes were not functioning in it. They couldn't figure out what was going on with the eyes. And so we're gonna open it up, check it out, see what's going on with the eyes. And by the looks of this gun, I would have to say that my first initial response to a gun coming in like this is, well, no wonder the eyes don't work. The gun is filthy. And I know that guns get dirty while you play. That's the whole point of getting out there and having fun and playing. But you got to take care of them. And if you don't, they come and end up on my desk. So, I mean, it's already dropping dirt off of it onto my mat here. But let's kind of look at it real quick. I'm going to pull the bolt out. Possibly. There we go. There's lots of dirt on it. You can just see the dirt caked in around the edge inside here. Nice and yellowy green inside there. But let's turn it on. Doesn't even want to turn on. That's always fun. Oh, now it turns on. All right, so it comes on and you can see that it is reading a ball in the breech right now. Even though there's no ball in the breech and there's no bolt, the bolt's not blocking the eye cover or the eye sensor, so that we know that there's not a ball in there. Okay, so obviously there is an issue with the eyes. Let's take the gun apart real quick and try to figure out why. So get the AT pipe out. Dirty. Let's get the front grip. Look at this. I mean, that's not even recent. That is like dried dirt. And it's just all up inside. Look at that. Ugh. This gun might need more than just some eye replacement. Oh, God. Paint shells. Wet, gross paint. Now, you can long live by the adage that Planet Eclipse guns will just run through anything and they'll just keep on working. And if this isn't a testament to that, I know I don't need to take this off. And the gun isn't here for a tune-up. It's not here to get cleaned. It's here because the eyes don't work. And there's like pieces of sand in the top of the regulator assembly. People wonder, why didn't it work? Why doesn't it work anymore? Well, this is why. These are why guns stop working. I can't even get my screw or my Allen key into this screw. There's so much dirt built up into it. But I actually use my pick, clean out the hole so that I can put my Allen key in. And you might think, ooh, that's weird. That's not weird. It happens all the time. Let's see what loveliness is under here. Well, maybe that's why your eyes don't work, because they're not plugged in. That could be a problem. That could be a reason. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, people. Normally, for a gun like this, coming in and or when they come in and they're dirty, that's fine. I mean, guns, they can be dirty. There's nothing wrong with getting your gun dirty. Look at that. But normally when the guns come in and they're kind of dirty, I don't really clean them unless it's important for that part of the gun to be clean, because it's really not going to affect the gun at all. And they're not here to get the gun clean. If you dropped off a gun for me to clean it, then I would clean it. But if you dropped off a gun for me to fix a problem, I'm going to fix the problem. I'm not going to clean your gun. This gun, I'm going to clean these parts. This is unbelievable. All right. I mean, look at this. It's just wet paint in the breech. But let's just see what happens here if I plug their eyes in. Let's turn it back on. Hey, look, their eyes work. Reading a ball, not reading a ball. Reading a ball. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. That's just bananas to me. Anywho, let's get this gun rehabilitated a little bit. I'm going to do some basic stuff here so you guys can see it at least. I mean, this is such a silly video in the first place, to have a video just about the gun not having its eyes plugged in. So we're going to take that off. We're going to pull these eyes up and clean them out. At least the eyes are on the right side. Remember, your black side to your eye wire always goes on the left side for Planet Eclipse guns, and then the red side. And when I say black and red, I mean, see how this side has the black on it? This side has the red heat shrink on it. Black always goes on the left, red on the right. If you can remember right, red, then you're fine. I'm gonna replace the detents because they're gross. In. And then one more Q-tip through here just to get any last bit of dirt out. Put that eye back on. And it does sit in a little groove, so I want to make sure that it actually sits in the groove before I try to put the eye cover on. Because if you have that cattywampus inside there and then try to smash the eye cover over the top of it, or let me rephrase that, then you try to put the eye cover over the top of it, you'll smash the wiring, and then you will need a new set of eyes. All right, inside, get you out of here. And that's, you pull a plug of goo out of the gun where your detents are. That's not a good sign, right? Whenever you push or use a Q-tip to clean one side of your eye like this and the hole and everything like that, make sure you run either your finger or something on the other side, because you're pushing dirt into the cavity of the gun, into the breech right here, and there can still be dirt just hanging on the inside. Even though you've pushed it out from this side, you're trying to swab it all up, it can still hang around inside of there. Make myself a little bit of a thinner Q-tip so I can get down inside there. Eyes are clean. Put them in there. Let's clean the back of the eye cover, because that's dirty. All right. So there's that. This gun needs a ton of work, but we're gonna just do some basic stuff to just make sure that it's in a usable state at this point. So that feels good. I'm gonna wash these in the sink. Should probably wash these in the sink. This I'm just gonna clean. Did I not replace the detent on that other side? I might not have. Might have just put the eye back on and not did anything else, because I've got a detent laying right there. So that's probably a sign that I forgot to put that in. That's what they always say. Shouldn't have any parts laying around after you're done. Let's look. Yep. Sure, there's a ton of people watching this that went, "Hey, you forgot to put that in." Sure did. All right. That's that. So this is good. This scares me because of the dirt that was in there. Got to keep these things clean, especially the rag assemblies. The one part you really don't want to have fail in your gun. All right, put this back on here. And I think we're gonna be good. Now, I might, just to clean this a little bit more, actually separate the frame out just to see what kind of damage we're talking about on the upside here. So we're gonna do that just to give it a look-see. Didn't go quite far enough on this screw. Actually, not as bad as I thought. I was expecting worse. Gaskets are there. Yeah, the inside of this doesn't look too bad. The outside, terrible. All right, so we're gonna do this. I always tighten down this rear screw first on these geos. There's a little lump or a hump. You can see it right there in the body. So when you slide this frame on, make sure that lines up and it's not off center. Tighten that down so it keeps those two together, and then just tighten down your front. Sometimes if you do the front first and you're not like completely pushing it forward, these won't line up properly, and then you'll put the frame together and it doesn't seat properly inside there. All right, scary part number 2. Let's just get this open. Ugh. Fluff. All right, so I'm going to replace this one just because they're super common to replace. This one, this one, even though it doesn't need, well, I don't know if it needs it or not, even though it wasn't asked for. Those are super common O-rings to cause problems inside the gun. The two 14x2s and the 17 on the inside of the can here. If it's a bolt issue, it's usually one of those. Somebody commented in another video that we did about how many Q-tips I go through. Well, sometimes that's just what it takes. Certain guns more than others, obviously, right? Trying to get this piece of paint out of here. There's a paint shard. There we go. Just trying to clean these up as best as possible. Eliminate as much paint as possible. All right. Let's replace some O-rings. That one on there. We got 17 on the inside here. Make sure you're using good O-rings too. That can be the difference between a problem and a gun working, is the correct O-rings. I mean, even an O-ring that says it's one size by a manufacturer that who knows what they're doing with their O-rings. Believe me, I see that a lot. All right. All right. Makes me feel better that that's clean. Seeing as though we swabbed out the inside of this with our swab earlier, just to clean it up a little bit. I'm gonna put a little grease on the inside of the body there, which will get pushed through as the bolt engine goes in. There we go. And I'm going to pause this video real quick so I can go clean these, and then I'll see you back in just a second. We'll put it all back together and gas it up. All right, so back from the sink, cleaned up as much as possible, and they are older grips and older parts, so they obviously do have wear on them. They're not going to look perfect, but they look way better than they did before. Just looking for any little bits of water that might still be in there after I dried them off. I don't want to put anything together with water in it. That way we don't get any other issues. Clean these threads out a little bit too. Go. All right. Let's finish getting her back together, right? A little bit of grease. A little bit of grease. Grease. Little grease. Little grease, little grease. Little grease goes a long way. There, there, so nice. A lot of times I see these come in and the AT pipes are backwards too. It is important that the AT pipe goes in the right way. This is the same for LV style or Geo style. The small part, or the part that you can, well, you can twist both, but the smaller end always goes towards the frame and the longer side goes on the reg side. See them all the time backwards. Where is that? There it is. Push that down in there. I'm going to check my eyes one last time. Right now it's reading a ball because the bolt was in front of it. But now push the bolt back so it clears the breach. No eye detection. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Get our clean grips back on. And there we go. Simple little thing like plugging your eyes in can make a big difference in how your gun performs. So that should do it. We're going to take this gun outside, shoot some paint through it. Maybe you'll see it up on Instagram. I'm not even sure when this video is going to post on YouTube, so hopefully around the same time. But that's it. Thanks guys for watching. Even though it really wasn't too much of a technical video on the full breakdown. Hopefully I get a geo in to do some work on that isn't something as simple as cleaning it and plugging the eyes in. See you next time.